Well, St. Petersburg Mayor Rick Kriseman has a little more than a year now left in office, but he is moving full steam ahead on picking a design for redeveloping the land that Tropicana Field sits on in downtown St. Pete. The mayor's ready to narrow down the design options to 2 and ultimately make that final decision.
But as Fox 13's Dan Maddox shows us tonight, a few things stand in the way, including the city council.
When it comes to the future of Tropicana Field, first there were 7, then there were 4, soon just 2 designs to choose from.
Well, I'm going to move forward with narrowing it down to 2 and then eventually getting it to 1.
But it may not matter. City Council, the Pinellas County Commission, and the Chamber of Commerce have all said pump the brakes. City Council even unanimously passing a resolution refusing to move forward with Mayor Kriseman's pick.
The council was very clear that we put the brakes on that process, and I led the charge to pass that resolution. And we want to get it right. And we also don't want to rush ahead now without any input from the Rays, which is kind of crazy if you ask me.
The Rays input would likely come towards the end of the year. They've been at odds with Kriseman, who wants to move forward without them to redevelop the land in a way that reconnects downtown with the city's black community. It is a lightning rod sticking point for Kriseman, who is at the end of his term as mayor and is mulling a run for Congress and would certainly benefit from a strong African-American voter turnout. Councilwoman Darden Rice wants it left to the next mayor.
You want to be mayor? Do you think this is something that should be handled by the next mayor?
I do. I think, of course, I've perhaps have a biased view on that. I do think it's the next mayor, and it will be the next mayor, presumably, who could spend the next 8 years on this project.
We've been working on this for a while. You know, I was elected to serve for 4 years, not for 3 years or 3.5 years.
Kriseman says he's still working to narrow his pick down to 2, but when it comes to getting city council on board, it appears dead on arrival. In St. Pete, Dan Maddox, Fox 13 News.
More to come on this, following it very closely. So much going on with that, so Dan's on top of it.